Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. Okay, so on this video, I would like to show the answers of my students on past simple page 22 pulse 2 textbook. Okay, previously I posted a video, a lesson for today, but sadly at the end of the video something went wrong. It didn't record my students' answer and how I assess their answers regarding this activity. So I would like to show my students' answer and how they did it. Okay, so today what we did, there was two activities. So the first activity is write the past simple form of the verbs and label regular verbs or irregular verbs. Okay, so the first thing that I did was I copied the questions from the textbook. So here are the questions. Go, see, get, start, read, say, wish, come, hate, like. Okay, and then what I did was I showed to the students of an example of how they should write on Padlet. So they have to write their names and then they can just start write their answers down here. Yeah. So these are the answers from my students today. Let's say this is Faith. So she wrote her name and here are her answers. And then it's Adeline, Yasin, Elizabeth. So it's very easy to track down what the students are typing, and then we can also we can track them on the spot, what they are writing, if there is any error. Okay, here are the answers for my students today. This is for the first activity. Most of the students did well for this. They managed to label which one is regular verb and which one is irregular verbs of the past simple. So which is very good and excellent for them. Okay, yeah. And then for the second activity, this is also from a textbook. Correct the sentences about the writer Susan Collins. Use the words in bracket. Okay, so like I did, I copied the questions from the textbook in the blue one, and then I also showed them an example of how to do it. So I asked them to write their name and then I put an example here and I did the first one for them, so they know how so they will know what they should be doing for this activity. So I put an example and did number 1 for them, and these are their answers. This is from Akshaya. See, so I also discussed with them just now, and most of the students did very well on this one. This is on how to write an affirmative sentence and negative sentence using irregular and regular verbs of past simple. So here are the answers from them. Okay. So one thing that is good about Padlet is I can actually print it out, their answers, and I can mark them with a pen, or I can also I can track their progress of how they are learning in the class. So I will show how to do it. Okay, so I will click on this, the 3 dots on top, and then we go to export. Then you scroll down a little bit, we have save as PDF. So we click on that, and usually I just click on A4 and portrait, and then publish PDF. Okay, so here are the students' answer for today. Okay, so it's very convenient, it's very helpful to check their answers and their progress for today's lesson, like that. Okay, so I also will show how to use Padlet. Okay, once we already created the Padlet account, so this is my account. Okay, so this is my account. I created it, and so far I already made 2 Padlet before, and these are the Padlets that I joined in my previous years. Okay, so how do we create a Padlet? Okay, we would like to create a Padlet. Okay, now how to create a Padlet? We click on the account and then we go home. Okay, home. Okay, so here are the home dashboard, and on top we have make a Padlet, join a Padlet, gallery, and upgrade. So we would like to make a Padlet, so we click on make a Padlet. Okay, here are the options of what kind of Padlet that we would like to use for the students. So we have wall, stream, grid, shelf, back channel, map, canvas, timeline. Okay, and here are the descriptions of the options, so it will be easy for us to know which one is suitable for the exercise. So let's say like just now I chose shelf, so we select that shelf. Okay, so on the right corner here we can write down the title. So let's say I would like to teach about adjective, so I just write down adjectives. Okay, we can also write, if you're using a textbook, you can use, let's say, unit 2. Okay, and then we can write pause to textbook, for example. Okay, and then description, we can write what description of today's activity. Maybe we can say, hi everyone, here is today's activity about adjectives. Okay, and then we can also choose an icon for the students. Let's say since it's adjective, maybe let's say we are teaching maybe like colors or shape. Maybe you can choose an apple. You can choose any icon. And then you can also change the wallpaper. We have solid colors, gradient, textures, and pictures. So it can be anything. Let's say notebook. Okay, you can use notebook. Maybe you can use coral, geograss. So yeah, and then you can also add our own wallpaper as the background. And then this is the font. We can change the font as well. Okay. And then once we are done, we just click on next. Okay, and then start posting. So what we can do here is name your first column. So meaning we would write down what let's say activity 1. Okay, so for activity 1 we just say save, and then here is the plus icon, so we can write down the question here. Okay, but let's say if we don't want to write the question, maybe we want to choose from the slide, we can upload a picture or pick a file. So let's say these are the previous lesson that I did. So let's say this one, activity 1. So the students can click and read the picture that I just uploaded. Okay, and then if the students would like to answer, they just type their name here, and then they can write their answers, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And then if they would like to edit, they can just click on the pencil icon and you can just edit anything. Let's say don't put my father's name. Okay, and then they can also change colors for their notes. Maybe pink, yellow, green, blue, or purple. So depending on what they like. So same goes for this one, add column. Maybe we want to do activity 2. And then for activity 2, we would like to post another picture. Upload. Okay, maybe we want to do this activity 2. So the students can also refer back to the slides that we teach. And then you can just write down the answers back here. Okay, so that is how we use Padlet. And once we are done, we just click back on the third button there and then export and then save as PDF as usual. So yeah, that is how we use Padlet for today. So I think that is all. And yeah, I would just like to show my students answer today because in my previous video it was cut down. So yeah, okay, thank you for watching.